Let's get started with our weaving. We're going to put our paper portrait, so nice and tall. We're going to take the bottom, line up the corners, and fold it in half. My opening is at the top. My fold is towards my belly. Now I'm going to take this opening and I'm going to bend it back a little bit, about a finger space, and give it a fold. This here is going to become my stop line. So when I'm going to cut my loom, I've got to stop right there. So I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to find the halfway point. Not here, not here, but find right in the middle. So on the fold, I'm going to take my scissors, very carefully cut until I get to my folded line, which is my stop line. Now I have a pair of pants. Now this section, I want to find the center point between here and the middle. So we have cut this in half. Now we're going to cut it into quarters. So we'll go right here and stop at the fold, and now we'll do the other side. Find the middle, cut to the fold, and stop. Now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal sections. This is going to become the loom for our weaving. We're going to open it up. We have strips of paper that we are going to weave in and out of our loom and our weft pieces. So it's going to be a pattern. We're going to start over this first piece, and then we're going to go under the second, over the third, and then you got it, under. So let's check to make sure we have that pattern. Over, under, and then you make sure your paper has slide all the way over. Now you're going to choose the second color. This one, we need to do the opposite of this one, the first one. So instead of starting over, we will start under. We're going to go under, over, over, and bring it over. Make sure you're sliding it all the way over to the first strip so it locks it in place. Now I'll choose another color. And now we're going to make a pattern going across. We're going to go over, under, over. So we're starting over on this one. We'll go under, then over, then under, and bring that over. Now what happens if you mess up? It's going to look like this. Do you see how this looks different? And this slides under. You need these all to be locked. So if yours is sliding around your loom, then you know you have to double check. And you start, where did I mess up here? I see that I should have started under. So I'm going to start under and see if I can't fix it. Now double check it. Do you see squares in each one, or do you see some rectangles? I see a rectangle here, not a square. So that tells me, oh, I got to freeze and figure out what I did. I went under, over, I went over 2 times. So I've got to back this strip up and go under, then over. I should be able to fit one more in here. We'll start over, under, over, under, and bring them all so they're touching. Next step, we're just going to use a little glue stick here, and we're going to tack our strips onto our loom, rotate. So I got all the front, but now I got to turn it over and do the back. And there's our completed paper weaving. We had made a loom, we cut wefts in it, and then we wove strips of paper. All right, we're going to glue our weaving onto a piece of white paper. So using a glue bottle, I'm just going to put dots around the edge. I don't need much. And I shouldn't get too close to the edges or all my glue will splatter. Turn it over, line it up in the center. Now we're going to add some flowers into our vase. So this is the vase, and we're going to add some flowers here. Maybe I'll do a circle. I'll add some petals, taking my time. Maybe I want to do a U shape, like a tulip. Bring my edges in. Maybe I'll do a couple flowers together. I think this space needs something up here. Maybe this one needs some zigzag lines. Try to get some variety, some small, medium, larges. Different type of lines. All right, when you have enough, let's add the stems. Make sure you bring the stem all the way to the vase. And if you have one that goes behind, stop. Do you need any leaves? I think that looks pretty good. Last thing we're gonna do is some opaque watercolors. This white tube can just be left. We're not gonna use that. I'm gonna get my brush wet, press it along the edge, and pick up some paint, swirl it. Anytime I need to clean my brush, rinse, press. we're going to do is just cut out around our vase slowly and carefully. Make sure you don't cut off any flowers. And then there we have our mixed media weaving. We made a loom, wove it with some paper, and then created a bouquet with paint.